How do you know you're making the right decision? Not what to watch tonight, not what's for dinner. I mean the big decisions. Proposing to your girlfriend, quitting a high-paying job to start a business, divorcing your spouse, borrowing from your 401k and not paying it back. As it happens, I've done all of those. Some decisions turned out great, others were disasters. Feel free to guess which ones in the comments. I may be a slow learner, but I am a learner, and that's part of why this channel exists. So when faced with a big decision, how do you know you're making the right call? And at first glance, the difficulty seems obvious. Big decisions have big consequences. But that may only be part of the story. I'm not going to tell you big decisions aren't important. Of course they are. But not all big decisions are difficult for the same reason. Some decisions don't just affect you. They affect people you love. In other cases, the decision doesn't directly affect others, but you still fear how others might judge your decision. When you have to consider others, that blast radius complicates everything, not just the choice itself, but the consequences that follow. But even if other people aren't a problem, sometimes the difficulty is comparing two incomparable things. Two job offers. One pays more, the other offers greater potential. How do you weigh those against each other? More money is concrete. You can touch it. You can smell it. The other job offers a promise. They're not the same thing. Comparing them isn't math. It's a judgment call. But you may be tempted to reach for a spreadsheet, and that spreadsheet comes with a hidden assumption. The assumption is that a right answer is waiting to be found. We often frame big decisions as right versus wrong, good or bad, smart or stupid. But consider this. Different people, equally thoughtful, equally informed, will make different choices under identical circumstances. Sometimes there isn't one universally correct answer. I'm not saying right answers don't exist. I'm saying the right answer sometimes depends on who you are and what you value. So if right versus wrong is too stark, what are we actually dealing with? Every major decision comes with a trade-off. You gain one thing and abandon another, and the trade-off is opaque. Big decisions swim in an ocean of uncertainty. You should absolutely do everything you can to make the best decision. Think it through. Research it. Talk to people you trust. Go ahead. Open that spreadsheet. All of that helps. It will get you to a better decision, but not a perfect one. And it's for a very simple reason. Decisions are forward-looking. They're about the future. You can analyze, assess, research, and estimate probabilities. All of that is genuinely useful. But probabilities are not guarantees, and even the best decision can be ambushed by luck. Nobody made a bad decision. The future just had other plans. Which brings us back to where we started. How do you know you're making the right decision? What we really want is certainty we won't have regrets. But here's what I've learned, from personal experience, among other things. Where you are 10 years from now won't be the result of one decision. It will be the culmination of many. Life isn't a single fork in the road. It's a network of roads. And there are usually more ways to get to a good place than you can imagine. You can't see the other paths from where you're standing. I've made genuinely bad decisions, and I've found my way back from most of them. So make the best decision you can with what you know right now. Think carefully, research honestly, trust your reasoning and process. You control the quality of your decisions. You don't control everything that follows. That's not a flaw in the system. That is the system. And navigating it well, that's what better thinking is for. If you want to start with a good decision today, hit the subscribe button. Decision-making is a big topic. There's more to say. Stay tuned. How do you handle big decisions? What have you learned from your experiences? Drop it in the comments.